A common argument we've all encountered when debating with theist types is the claim that if they have to take the blame for the Crusades, the Inquisition, witch burnings, etc., then atheists have to take the blame for Stalin, Mao, Pol Pot, etc. And when we don't accept this blame, they scream double standard and act like they can just dismiss us. Well, they're half right. There is a double standard, because there are two radically different things. Let's examine this for a moment. Religion has a fairly long list of things people have to believe, ways in which they have to behave. From scripture and commandments to proclamations from their holy leaders, etc., the religious are officially told what is expected of them. Atheism does not have this. Atheism's only requirement is not believing in God. Everything else is incidental, not an outgrowth of atheism at all. Atheists get their morality and social standards from non-theological places and not from their lack of belief in God. The very notion is ridiculous because non-belief has no content. Verdict? Different. Religion has holy days in which people are supposed to go to a building and worship with other believers. Atheism doesn't have this at all. Atheism makes no requirements on people's time. Verdict? Different. Religion has worshippers, congregations, people who are members of the religion, members of a group. Atheism doesn't really have this either. Yes, atheists sometimes gather, but by no means is it in the same manner as religious folk. When atheists gather, it has more in common with a comic book convention than it does with a church service. We're people with an idea in common, like fans, and not members of a group like a religion. Verdict? Different. Religion has clergy, groups of people whose job it is to maintain their places of worship, counsel their flocks, make policy, etc. Atheism has none of this either. With no buildings to maintain, no flock to minister to, no hierarchy or organization, there is no need, and thus no such thing, as atheist clergy. Verdict? Different. Religions often have dietary requirements. Don't eat shellfish, don't drink alcohol, eat a meal on this holy day or that, don't eat anything for this particular month, blah blah blah. I'm not even sure where this would come from atheism. With no holy text or clergy to decide it for you, diet is pretty much up to the individual. Verdict? Different. Let's sum up. On the religious side we have scriptures, holy days, congregations, churches, dietary requirements, etc. Not to mention wardrobe in some cases. And on the atheist side we have, not believing in God. And we could go on in this vein for quite a while, but I think the point is clear. Much as the religious would like to characterize atheism as another religion because it has to do with religion, kind of, it's pretty clear that atheism is the rejection of religion rather than being a religion in and of itself. So there is a double standard because there are two completely different things that simply cannot be judged in the same way as each other. And when the religious try to spread the blame around by putting out evil atheists throughout history and claiming that this makes atheism as bad as religion, they're completely missing the point. Atheism is not a unified group the way religion is. Atheists are not members of a group the way that religious people are. Yes, if atheism were more like a religion, with leaders and congregations and scriptures, that'd be a charge we'd have to accept, I agree, but that's simply not the case. Never was, never will be.